Hello. Welcome to the next section of The One and Only Ruby by Christina Applegate. This chapter is called Protesting. The reason the grown-ups made me get out of the pond is because it's time for me to practice for my ceremony. But my actual tusk day is 2 whole days from now. So I don't see why I couldn't have had maybe just 5 more minutes of mud fun, especially since the pond is extra gooey this time of year. Anyway, I'm hiding behind this tree because I don't want to practice, in case you're wondering. I'm not pouting, I'm protesting. Unfortunately, it's hard to hide all of you when you're an elephant. Even a little elephant is big compared to a bug or a squirrel or a kid. Hide and seek. Yesterday, I tried hiding behind a different tree when TJ, one of the park veterinarians, wanted to check my new tusks. She found me pretty quick. I need better hiding places. Why? Aunt Akello is heading this way. There are 6 elephants in our little herd, and Aunt Akello is the matriarch, which means she is the boss of us. An elephant matriarch is like a teacher and a counselor and a rescuer and a yeller and a helper and a nudger and a guider, all rolled into one. I hope she isn't mad. I really do try to listen to the grown-ups, but every now and then my ears misbehave. Aunt Akello says someday I'll outgrow this stage. Aunt Akello sighs a lot. My Aunt Healy, who'd been scratching her back on a nearby tree, lopes over and taps me with her trunk. Aunt Lahili is my youngest aunt, and she loves mud almost as much as I do. Also, she likes to play oopsie oopsie, which is when you spray someone with water from your trunk and say oops, and then they get to spray you back twice as long and say oopsie, but only if they want to play the game, because otherwise that is another not okay behavior. An awful lot of things are not okay behaviors. Somebody really ought to make a list. Just for today, I would like to make all the rules. A good one would be play in the mud as long as you want, even if it's way past your bedtime. You know Akello can see you behind that tree, Tusky, Aunt Lahili says. I don't want to practice for the ceremony, I say. Also, I don't want to celebrate my Tusk Day. Also, please don't call me Tusky. Aunt Lahili cocks her head. Her right eye is golden and large and always smiley. Her left eye is white and blank and doesn't work anymore. A man at the roadside zoo where she used to live poked it with a stick. But your Tusk Day is a big deal, she says. She lowers her head so I can see how grand her tusks are. They practically glow in the sunlight, and they're a little bit swirly at the tips, which is a nice touch. I just don't care about my Tusk Day, I say. Is it because your tusks still hurt? She asked. She asks, because that goes away pretty fast, I promise. They don't hurt anymore, I say. That's not why I don't want to celebrate. I can tell by Aunt Lahili's expression that she doesn't exactly understand me. I try to explain, but I don't exactly understand me either. Good advice. When your tusks start growing at around age 2, it hurts, like the world's biggest toothache. When my tusks first poked out, my 5 aunts had plenty of advice for me. Aunt Masika said, rub the sore spots on a mossy log and count to 53. Aunt Lahili said, put your head under ice cold water and blow teeny tiny bubbles. Aunt Elodie said, eat a sour apple with at least 2 worms in it. Aunt Zana said, take a nap in the sun, but whatever you do, be sure not to snore. Then there was Aunt Akello's advice. She just looked at me and said, don't think about it. You try having 2 giant pointy teeth pop out of your face and see how long you stop thinking about it. Lucky. I love my aunts lots, even though sometimes they can be bossy or grumpy or full of weird advice. Lucky for me, I also have two uncles. My Uncle Ivan is a gorilla. My Uncle Bob is a dog. Families can be complicated. Another complication. When I was a baby, I had a mom too. I guess that's true of most babies. I don't have her anymore. I haven't had much luck when it comes to moms. The best. I don't know where I would be right now without Uncle Ivan and Uncle Bob. Those two guys and my Aunt Stella, an old elephant, changed my life forever, especially Aunt Stella, who loved me when I most needed to be loved. The four of us met a long time ago at a place called the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade. Aunt Stella and I shared a cage. So did Uncle Ivan and Uncle Bob. Even though Uncle Bob could come and go as he pleased, he slept every night on Uncle Ivan's big, warm tummy. If anyone ever asks you if you'd like to live in a cage in a shopping mall, the answer is no. We're going to stop here, so come back tomorrow to read about the next chapter. Bye.